Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kanyisa Abenatimbanya and this is my YouTube channel. So today I am starting a series and this is the first episode. I'm talking about mental health, how I've been tackling it and how I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety and admitted in a hospital for it. I hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for telling your people to tell the people to join the channel of beautiful people everywhere. I haven't said that in a while. So I hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. So guys, this is the first session. I'm gonna have 3 segments. This is the first episode and it's titled The Journey. I will just talk about how I got admitted at a psychiatric hospital for depression and anxiety and how I found out I've got depression and anxiety. So it is this year around September or month in August. I think towards the end of August or beginning of September. A normal day, I could not wake up and face the world. It has been happening, but it was okay for me. I could handle it. I could tell myself that no, Kanyis, I can do it. You can wake up and go to work, or we can wake up and just face the world. But this day, I could not. I tried, I tried all those things. I prayed, everything. I tried literally everything that I can, or I normally do to meditate and do not, but nothing of that worked. I eventually called my boss because that day I remember I had a meeting that I had to attend. And it was not online, I had to go on site to do this. But I just could not do it. So I called my boss in the morning around 5 and I told her I cannot make it. Or I think I sent a text or something. I could not make it, I was not feeling well and she gave me the day off. I went to the doctor because I knew that even the following day I'll feel like this. I'll feel like I just want to disappear. So I went to the doctor, my nearest doctor in my area, and I met a guy and he sat me down and asked me what was wrong, and now I can't put it into words. I think that's the hardest thing about mental health is the fact that you can't point it out. At least if I went there with the stomach ache or a headache or something that is wrong, or my heart's not beating, or all those things. But now with mental health, it's something that you cannot point out and say, okay, this is wrong. You can't, but you just know that something is not up with you. And so he sat me down, he did the examination and he just found everything was okay besides my heartbeat. And he's like, he's not okay with it. And sorry, he then sits me down. He says I must tell him what's happening in my life and all that. So I spoke with him how I'm feeling at the moment, and he asked me questions. And I think one thing he pointed out was the fact that I'm working, but I'm still facing mental health. And he kind of made me aware that having depression does not mean that everything is not okay in your life or you are ungrateful or whatnot, but it's really a mental problem. Something is wrong. There's a chemical imbalance happening. And I was just very confused. For all my life, I had believed a child of God cannot be depressed. I had that thought that, okay, but I'm praying. Why isn't this going away? What is wrong with me? And I'm not going to take antidepressants because they make you gain weight and I'm already big. And I don't want that. I don't want to take antidepressants because it's going to seem as if my faith is weak. And all those things that are said by Christians regarding mental health. So I was one of those. I was very judgmental towards mental health. And even now I like to think I'm learning. Every day it's a new day to learn about mental health. I don't have the answers. I don't have much information about it. So I'm just going to share about what I know now. So I think even now there are times I'm like, you're anxious, those things that most of us do towards people struggling with mental health. So I told this guy's like, he gave me a paper. It was written suicidal depression, and I had to go to Louis Pasteur and find a psychologist. I was like, suicidal? I'm like, no. When I said I want to disappear, I just want to switch on and off the button in my life. Didn't mean I want to die. When I said I'd bump into a truck, or times when I'm driving, I actually want to drive into a truck, that's not suicide, and I have those thoughts all the time. And something that stood out to him that made him say, you are going to see a psychologist. I said to him, you know, if it wasn't for my mom, let me say my parents, mostly my mom, my parents, my family, my friends, I would have died a long time ago. I would have killed myself. But what stresses me is life after I die. How they're going to cope with me being dead. So I was really much okay with dying. I didn't see the reason to live anymore. The future was not exciting. The past was not exciting either way. You know, I just didn't care. Even the present was just, whatever. Can you just switch off? And he made me aware of those things. Like, you are depressed. And I remember I was very confused when he said I've got depression and anxiety. And he explained that anxiety is like, he accused the plane scenario. He's like, anxiety is like, oh my gosh, this plane is gonna fall. What's gonna happen if it falls? Oh my gosh, what if I don't get there on time? What if it does not land on time? And he then explained depression. He's like, can this plane just crash? I don't mind it crashing, you know. If it crashes, if it doesn't get there in time, it is what it is. So he explained that, and I was like, okay. And he's like, I needed to see the psychologist. I think it was a Tuesday, Wednesday passed, I didn't go. Sorry, let me just think. Wednesday passed, I didn't go. Thursday passed, I didn't go. And then I went on a Friday. I only went on a Friday because I thought when I go to the psychologist, I'm going to be given more days. Because I'm still nothing's. And he didn't even give me, he gave me prescription, so I must go. And then a friend of mine who's a pharmacist told me these are antidepressants, kind of stuff. And he asked, it's like, hi man, how can a bubbly person like you be depressed? How you don't have depression? And that made me believe that I really do not have depression, that doctor is Babadidi. I'm not gonna go to lose pasture. But now I need to go to lose pasture because I want more days to self-reality and just be outside everything else. So I went to the psychologist. I didn't find her that day because you make an appointment. So I then went the Tuesday. It was a very short session, like very, very short. But in the short session, she picked up that I've got depression. It's like, I can't tell you, dangerous to yourself, depression and anxiety. I'm booking you to a mental institution. And I was like, what? I've worked in one. Well, I wasn't part of the health, but I've worked with Risk OP, so I know what mental health institution looks like. I'm like, I'm not going there. He's like, let's try to call it a wellness center. And it's like much better. I was like, how are you going to Denmark Psychiatric Hospital? I'm booking you for 2 weeks. And I was like, 2 weeks? And then the worry came, money, well, my medical aid pay for this. And she's like, yeah, we'll pay. But I'm like, what if it does not pay? And then now I have to tell my parents, I have to tell my sisters that, okay, my siblings that, okay, I have depression and anxiety. And knowing how religious my parents are, they're not going to understand, or my family, they're not going to understand when I say, okay, they think I'm suicidal and I need to be admitted. And I was like, okay, let me just swallow the pill, I'll come. I came in, I gave them the letter, I gave Sister to the letter, and I'm like, this is what the doctor is saying, or this is what the psychiatrist is saying. She's agreeing with the doctor. I was meant to be admitted on the 27th of September, and I said, no, I cannot make it on the weekend of the 27th of September. And I said, no, I can't because it's my sister's birthday, 27th, so I can't miss that, we have plans. And then they're like, okay, then how's the 4th of October? I was like, it's perfect, I'll go. They're like, okay, good. And I then had to tell my parents that, baby girls, your girl has depression. I told my mom, I sent my mom a text and I said, do not worry, I just think they want me to take a break and relax. This is not much. They just want to, well, the first thing I had was that my psychologist wanted to tell my medical aid. So I'm like, you know how these doctors are, she probably just wants to tell my medical aid, but I'm fine. I really am fine. I was just trying to convince everyone around me, but I knew I was not okay, guys. I just wanted to sleep the whole day or disappear. I really just wanted to disappear. And I was becoming a very unlikable person because I wanted to wrap off my negative energy. Today I'm optimistic, tomorrow I'm pessimistic. I'm just, that person. I'm moody, I'm angry, but I cannot say what the cause of my anger. For my friend, I've excluded myself from so many other people. I've isolated myself, and if they say let's meet up, I'll agree with enthusiasm that okay, we're meeting, and then I'll cancel the day before, or not even cancel. I don't answer your video calls, you text me, I don't respond. I just respond when my mood is there, because most of the time I'm just like. So I then told my parents that I'm going to be admitted. It was a joke at first, especially for my dad. And that's one person I thought he would say I must rebuke the spiritual way, but he did not. Grateful for that. Then my mom was just very concerned. She asked, was I raped? I've got HIV. Do I have cancer? Is my boyfriend abusive? I don't have a boyfriend, by the way. But she was just very concerned about so many things. How's work? I was like, work is okay, but there's just so much pressure because I'm in an environment I'm not familiar with. But really, work is okay. Perhaps maybe that's why I'm depressed, because I wanted to find a reason as to why I'm feeling that way. And they're like, okay, you can go ahead. Yeah, they said. But then close to the day, I think it was the 3rd of October, Sunday, my mom started telling me that, no, I read that the vaccine does make your heart beat higher, that it does make you want to kill yourself. So I don't think you should go. And that's when I had to be honest with her. I'm like, but I am not okay, and I really want to address this. And I was very disappointed. I told my mom, I'm very disappointed with you because my mom works in a psychiatric hospital. So you should understand how I'm feeling this way. But then at the same time, this was a daughter now. It was not a patient. So maybe that's why she was acting that way. And just like, I will talk tomorrow. And I explained that even now that it's nice, because that weekend our cousins had came over. So it was a very nice long weekend for me. But at the same time, those feelings that I had did not go away. People overwhelmed me. I was just, I would zone out, randomly zone out, and acted quite a lot so that people don't see what's happening inside of me. Then fast forward to Monday, I was supposed to go to the hospital. I did not go. I sat the whole day and just fighting the thought of going to hospital until they called me on Monday to ask when I come here. I was like, I'll come tomorrow, the Tuesday, the 5th of October. I woke up 5th of October, I started packing, I left my suitcase and I went to bed. And when I was in bed, I was just fighting with my thoughts. One said don't go, one said do go. Just fighting my thoughts. And the hospital had said I must go there at 4 or 5, I think 5, yeah. And it was at 4 o'clock, I'm still in bed. Until I just literally stood up and I was like, I need to do this to be a better person, because I really did not like the person I was. It's not nice today you're happy, tomorrow you're not. And to be unlikable even to yourself. There were so many things I just did not like about myself. Things before I really liked about myself, or things that I really enjoyed doing before. Now I do not enjoy doing. I noticed that I liked TV, but for some reason TV annoyed me. Movies, could not stand watching movies. I enjoyed looking good. I stopped. I really stopped. For some reason, there was a point I said I don't like makeup anymore, and I really like makeup, by the way. And for some reason, I stopped liking makeup. Going out didn't fascinate me. I got bored and I was out. Remember this other night out, we went with my sisters and I slept on the couch. We went out and I slept. Literally, people are partying around me and I'm sleeping. I did not mind. So it was those small things that I used to enjoy. Nice food, chocolates, and like I just told them like, this is not for me. Those things. And it was really bothering me to a point I said to myself, you're going to address this. And also I went and I was admitted to hospital. When I end the video, I will share the segment of me being admitted. And yeah, I got admitted. And I hope you enjoyed this, because I don't want to jinx it, because I almost shared me being admitted and I forgot that there's a second and third episode. And in the third episode, I'll be talking about me admitted and them finding the root cause to my depression and anxiety. And to just finding healing and finding purpose again and finding courage again to even share this video and talk about this video. And disclaimer, I'm no psychologist or mental health expert, but I'm a what do you call those people? I think I'm a survivor, because you survive mental health. A friend of mine once said to me, I don't think you ever heal from mental health, but you navigate your life around it. And so I'm just trying to navigate my life around mental health, and especially as a Christian girl, because we know there's a stigma around depression and anxiety around our Christian circles. So this will just to enlighten and to teach. I hope you do learn from this first episode, and you look forward to the second and third episodes. Thank you for watching, and please share the word, spread the word, tell your people to come and join the channel of beautiful people. Thank you.